Brendan Schaub did another interview. I don't know who this guy or these guys are. What is Brendan Schaub on, like a press run or something? Keeps doing a whole bunch of interviews, but this guy asked him a good question about the whole fallout with Theo Von, and I was interested here in Schaub's answer, so I'm going to play this to give you my thoughts on it. Let's see if he lies again, but let's see what Brendan Schaub had to say.
To wrap up, there was one other piece I wanted to hit on was, and we don't have to talk about it, but the Theo Von. I don't know. I saw there's a lot of stuff going on social media, which is probably just all
with me and Theo.
Yeah,
just my best friends.
Everything's Gucci.
We're great.
Social media is crazy.
Hell yeah. I didn't know there was a thing. What's the narrative?
The narrative is that it was a fallout because it was the King and the Sting, and what was it? And then
King and the Sting,
yeah.
and then it's the Golden Hour. No, again, this is social media, but it's the Real Housewives of YouTube. Yeah. So drama is what gets clicks.
Yeah.
I talked to Theo yesterday. It's one of my close friends. My kids call him Uncle Theo.
Yeah.
No, the thing there is, so me and Theo started King and Sting together, and then during the pandemic, he moved to Nashville, and he thought he could just zoom in and do both, and he just couldn't. He thought he could either zoom in or fly back to LA every week and do it. But Nashville's not close, so it was beating him up. He's like, dude, it's too much. We need to find someone to fill in when I'm not there. D'Elia would always fill in. And eventually he was just like, dude, I can't do it, man. And his podcast is massive. So he's like, A, I can't do it. B, I don't need to really do it. I just don't have time to keep flying back and forth. He's like, how about we slip D'Elia in there and I'll go do my thing. I was like, all right, say less. Yeah. That's it, bro.
It's fire.
Yeah, I love Theo. He's like a brother.
Now, would you move to a no-income tax state? Like, why are you staying in Cali?
Because my kids.
Okay. So you want to finish school up?
The baseball program he's in, the school they're in. We just had a baby girl, so it's eventually, like, I get some stuff in the works where if it happens, I would leave LA,
Yeah. That's insane. I mean, like the cost of living, To wrap up,
So Brendan admits Theo Von told him, I don't need to do a podcast with you. Man, that must hurt to hear. But, which is true, by the way. Nobody needs to do a podcast with Schaub. I don't know what D'Elia is doing. Maybe that Eric Griffin guy needs to, but D'Elia doesn't. He also has a way bigger podcast. But now, I'm not going to necessarily call this a lie, but there is something Schaub left out. There kind of was a falling out with Theo, which led to Theo Von not doing King and the Sting anymore. And the fallout was, remember, that whole Colin Thompson thing. And Colin Thompson owing them money, and Schaub just continuing to do the show, and Theo Von being like, well, no, I don't want to continue to do the show. And then Schaub continued and went on to sign with Podcast One. And Theo was just like, forget that. I'm not doing that. I'm not trusting that company. And that is one of the reasons why Theo Von stopped doing King and the Sting. Trust me, a lot of it had to deal with having to deal with Brendan's dumbass and the fact that he didn't need to do it. But another part of it was that they were getting their money held behind the scenes, and Schaub was just continuously working with the guy who was ripping them off, and Theo didn't want to have to deal with that anymore. So, but he didn't bring that up, but Schaub's also an idiot and probably just didn't remember that. But that was a factor. I don't think it necessarily started a huge fight between him and Theo, but Theo was probably just like, dude, you're going to keep doing business with these people? Well, I'm out. I'm all set. I'm way bigger than you, and I don't need you. But where is this podcast taking place? They had a bar lounge in a hotel? Well, it kind of looks like. Look at stupid over there, Bappa. What an idiot. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments.